Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Chris from Guns, Gears, and Gadgets. Today I'm going to be doing my 2000 round review of the Kel-Tec Sub2000. I'm going to show you how to break it down quickly. A couple of upgrades I made. Most of them are quality of life. One I would say is probably pretty necessary. Then I'm going to be testing it for accuracy at probably 25-50 yards, reliability. We're at over 2,000 rounds, probably pushing over 2,200 by now. So I'm going to break down the gun and show you a couple things I did to it, none of which affect its reliability or performance. These are mostly quality of life improvements. Most people know the Kel-Tec Sub2000 is a folding gun, what they call a backpack gun. Got my 15 round Glock magazine because it does take Glock magazines. I have a Romeo 7 red dot sight on here. I have just a basic cheap light with a laser on it from amazing website. I did add an extended magazine release just to make it easier for my thumb to reach over, and then I put a rubber butt plate on here just because, for those of you who don't know, it's a direct blowback gun and has a little bit more recoil than you would think that a 9mm would. One worthwhile upgrade I did, I put an extended charging handle on there, and I'm going to pop this pin off and show you how to put it on right quick. Now, it's very important when you are doing anything with the Kel-Tec that you need to make sure the gun is actually cocked, empty of course, and on safe. So pull it back, put it on safe so you accidentally don't depress the trigger. I found the easiest way was to get a wooden spatula with a handle about that wide. You can use a wooden dowel or a screwdriver, but they keep sliding off. Push it in there and flatten it back down, because you can't put the bolt back in unless it's cocked. It will not go back in. So you want to take your finger, press this pin in. You're gonna have to wiggle it out. It doesn't matter which side you pull it from. It does help to have something to push it out with. All right, that's going to take the rear off. So this charging handle will pull right out. It's what they call a toolless charging handle. It's actually locked in place by the pressure. Your bolt will slide out. And you can see right in there is where you'd have to push it to recock the gun. I made sure this time to remember to put it on safe so I don't accidentally depress the trigger. To put it back in, it's always a pain in the butt to get this lined up exactly. It's more luck, at least for me anyway. And just like that, it drops right in. You just have to get lucky, basically. So anyway, your charging handle will go in like that. I put a double wash in here. Not recommending that, but I put a double buffer washer in just because it controlled the ejection pattern a little bit better. and it slowed down the recoil a little bit. So this little pin right here needs to go in this charging handle right here. So you want it to be straight. Put the charging handle down, try to push this in straight, push it in. Okay, now I got it. It's locked in place. Now you just have to get your buttstock line it up, and you're going to want to push it down. And you're back in business. We're going to test it today for accuracy and reliability from 7, 15, and 50 yards. So one of the advantages, of course, of having a carbine rifle is that you have your 3 points of contact. So the difference in shooting a pistol from 7 yards and a carbine from 7 yards is ridiculously easy. So I'm gonna move back to 15 yards and we're gonna do it again. I'm gonna run the plate racks from left to right and back to left again. Next, I'm gonna be shooting Remington white box 147 grain basic ball ammo from 15 yards, testing for accuracy and reliability. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to shoot the plate rack from left to right, back to right to left until I run out of ammo. So I have my friend here today, Kent from Guns and Stuff. His YouTube channel, Guns and Stuff, so check out his content. I'm gonna have him actually be a guest shooter today. I never tell him ahead of time, I just, you know, throw him in here with no warning. So I'm gonna let him run the plate rack from left to right, back right to left till he runs out of ammo. You got 12 rounds, Kent. Step over my way about 6 inches.
Huh?
Step over this way about 6 inches. All right, you're good right there.
Boy, I tell you what, it slaps those plates real good.
Yep. So we're gonna move it back to 50 yards now. and see if our old eyes can hit the target from 50 yards back. Alright guys, so we're going to give Kent the first shot at 50 yards, and I just want you to know, if we miss, it's our fault, not the guns, because we're old. So no, here you go.
I'm going to blame the gun.
Okay, he's going to blame the gun. I haven't racked it, so.
Okay.
Yeah, you're hitting low. You're hitting low.
Yeah, it's the gun.
Yeah, it's the gun.
I think I only hit about a third of those. But
the ones you hit,
yeah,
you were nicking the bottom of the target.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to test how accurately I can shoot the Kel-Tec Sub2000 Gen 3 offhand from 50 yards. I pulled that one. That's it. All right, we're going to give you another shot because the targets, that's the size target you'd be shooting at from 50 yards.
That's true.
All right, I put 10 in there.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to give Kent a chance to redeem himself. He's a 2/3 size silhouette from 50 yards. Here you go, sir.
All right. Thank you.
No pressure on you. No pressure.
No pressure.
Doable?
Yeah, it's doable. Especially if I slowed down. I just can't help myself.
And you're kind of at an angle from the target. You really should have been standing like
yeah,
right here.
And plus the wind really was. The
wind blew it.
The wind was kicking up too, something fierce.
A dog coughed and a bird. I heard a bird pass gas, so there was all kind of things working against him there. I'm going to test at 25 yards on a paper target, firing as fast as I can to see how accurate I am. And I'm going to measure out to 25 yards. I'm going to be using 3 different types of ammo. Underwood Plus P Plus, rated for 1,500 feet per second. Out of the rifle, we'll probably get close to 1,700. We're going to be shooting the Remington UMC white box ammo, and we're going to be shooting some Blazer Brass 115 grain full metal jacket. All right, I'm going to start off with Remington UMC 147 grain full metal jacket and see how we do from 25 yards. When I put ammo in the gun.
Huh? Oh yeah, they work a lot better.
All right, guys, I'm back with my Blazer Brass 115 grain ball ammo. I'm going to shoot at 25 yards and see how accurate we are. I'm going to be testing a 5-shot group with Underwood 115 grain plus P plus ammunition and see what kind of group we can get at 25 yards. Well, this is going to wrap up my 2,000 round review of the Kel-Tec Sub2000 Gen 3. I would say that overall I'm extremely satisfied with it. I found it to be very reliable. I would trust it with my life for home defense. One negative that I would say that it has is the charging handle. Well, two negatives. The charging handle short. I did replace the charging handle with an extended charging handle. I would highly recommend you do that. I added a second buffer washer to slow down the recoil, and it really controlled the ejection pattern because the ejection pattern was really wild. It doesn't affect the reliability of the gun. However, it does not do lockback, which was useless anyway because I wouldn't trust it. Because one little bump and it comes off. So it won't lock back, but it doesn't lock back on the last shot anyway. So I personally don't care about that. I'm not recommending that you do add the second washer. I did it as an experiment and it actually worked really well. I put in an extended charging handle. I'm sorry, I put in an extended magazine release right here just because it was able to reach my thumb a little bit easier. And I do have my Romeo 7 red dot and just an off-brand cheap light. What it does, it's held a charge. I charged it once and I've never had to charge it again. I put a rubber buttstock pad on just to cushion a little bit. However, I actually found that now that I've added that second washer buffer, it's really not even necessary. I put a rubber pad on here for the cheek weld, just makes it more comfortable. These are quality of life improvements. It's not in changing the functionality or the reliability of the gun in any way. Just a little more comfort on a cold day to have that insulation right there on your cheek when you weld it up. I did put a slight riser on the red dot. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh, when I first got it, I put in a metal feed ramp. It had a plastic one. I don't think it's really necessary. After a few hundred rounds, it didn't look worn at all, but I wanted to do it while I had it apart anyway. But I've seen them as cheap as $319, and for $319 plus $70–80 worth of upgrades, you've got a super reliable pistol caliber carbine for $400 or less. They regular retail is like $459, but I see them on sale all the time for $319, $329. So this is going to wrap up my 2,000 round review of the Kel-Tec Sub2000 Gen 3. I'd like to throw a shout out to my buddy Kent, who helped me with the video today. Kent at Guns and Stuff. He has his own YouTube channel. Come check it out. There's a link to it on my page. Also, CK at CK Precision. He's into competition type shooting. He's got a lot of great content over there and some long distance 1,000-yard shooting if you like that kind of stuff. That's CK at CK Precision. Thank you guys for watching. If you like the content, like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. If you don't like it, if you'd like to see something else, let me know. Thank you all for watching.